So here's the question we're answering today. Hey, CJ, can you show us some of the different kinds of websites that you build? Different capabilities, industries, etc.? My answer is absolutely we can. In episode 14, we talked about the different kinds of websites. You see, I bet most people think that there's only one kind of website, a website. And they ask me all the time, how much does a website cost? And I have to explain to them, there's a bunch of different kinds of websites. In fact, there's about 7 different kinds of websites that we are typically producing for people. And we have to start not with what kind of website do you need, but what kind of goals do you have for your website and what kind of target market are we working with? Those pieces help us get to what kind of website do you need. So there's a lot of shows and links I can refer you back to where we talk about those first couple pieces. We do have an episode where we talk about your goals and target market and getting started. And I'll reference that in the show notes because I don't have it right in front of me. And then in episode 14, we went over the different kinds of websites and what works best for you. So today I thought we'd take a little field trip and we'd look at some of the examples of those sites. By the way, I went over this cartoon in episode 14 where I talked a little bit about what is the internet so that we could define some of the words, so I could tell you about static websites versus dynamic websites. Flip back to episode 14 to learn more about that information. And then I went over the different kinds of websites that we can make. And here's what I talk about. See this list right here of 7 different levels? It starts at the bottom with the Fire Ant. It's kind of a one-page website or a landing page website, and it works its way up in levels of complexity. So the Piranha is maybe like a 5 to 7 page website. All of these websites are search engine optimized, by the way. We'll talk about that in a different show. Then the next level up is the Chameleon. This one we're doing more with graphics and we're doing more with photos, and we've developed the website a little further. Maybe there's more pages involved. And I'm going to show you a bunch of examples for every one of these levels. I'm just giving you the overview right now. And then we reach the Baboon. The Baboon is where we cross that line, and now we're working with a dynamic website. It's got software that's building the website and running it. And because of that, it can do more stuff. That Baboon gives you that back-end access. So I can still help you maintain your website, but maybe you'd like to get access to something or help add some blog articles or make certain changes on certain pages. That is possible when you've got that back-end system, that admin control panel, what's also known as a content management system, CMS. Content management system. Once we've built the website at that level, we can plug in a lot more software and do a lot more stuff. The next level up, the Rhino, now we have a shopping cart in place where people can purchase your services and look through your catalog and order stuff from you and buy it, and it can handle shipping and taxes and all those kind of things for you. And then the next level up, the Jaguar, is a membership type website. That's where people are paying to access a particular area of your website, a members only area, if you will. Maybe they're paying monthly or yearly. Somehow it's kind of like a shopping cart, but it's an upgraded shopping cart because it gives them access to some area of the website. And then the very top, what I call the king of the jungle, is your own social platform. And that's essentially like a Facebook or a Twitter or an Instagram or one of these places. These are all social platforms. Your business, your company may want your own social platform, not because you're going to replace Facebook and become the next Facebook, but often this is used for like an intranet where a company wants its own employees to be able to interact with each other, maybe, with job details or photos or who knows what. The sky's the limit. You're only limited by your imagination with these tools. This is the overview of the different kinds of websites. And again, I went over that a little more in depth and I'll spend a little more time on those details in episode 14. So check that out. In today's show, I'm going to do a little more show and tell. We're going to talk about examples of each one of these. We're going to start at the bottom and we're going to work our way up. Each one of these websites is an example of a landing page website. The Fire Ant is what I call a landing page website. And I've got a couple plans on the Fire Ant level. Some people, all they ever need is the landing page. For example, they're trying to sell one thing, or they just need a simple explanation of what they do, or they want it as like a lead magnet, meaning someone's going to opt into something and then be offered something else. There's a bunch of reasons why this might be the right solution for you. You might want to start at this level and then grow over time into the other levels, and I'll show you some examples of those too. Or this might be the right level for you to be at forever. So let me show you a couple websites. This is where we're going to go ahead and flip over to my live website. We're going to go ahead and pop right over to the Ask A Web Geek website, and we're going to do our best to not crash the whole internet as I bring up some of these websites. So first of all, where's me? There we are. Okay, so here we are at Ask A Web Geek. Let's take a look at some of these together. So the first one I'm going to take you to is notepeertopeer.com. This is an organization that provides education and training on real estate investing. And you can see here, this is a one-page website. This button right here takes them to the Facebook group that they can join for free. And it's got some information about the people behind it. And it's just a simple one-page site. Okay, next up on the list, we've got adubpp.com. That's ADU Building Plans and Permits. So here's an example of a page that's offering information on an accessory dwelling unit. It's a one-page website that's leading to a request form. So here's a little bit about what they do. Here's about how they do it. Here's some reasons why you'd want to choose them. Here's the team that's involved in the process, and then finally, if you want to get started, you can fill out this quick form to order your in-home suitability assessment. So a single-page website gives you some information, tells you about what they're doing, and then gives you a chance to contact them to learn more. A great one-page website. That may be all they ever need. Okay, let's pop to a different industry now. We're going to go over to acleanerspacesd.com. Julie has popped onto the show before and said hello. This is her website. It's a one-page website. This explains her services, her cleaning and organization services. I'm sorry, not cleaning, decluttering, organizing, and downsizing. Often used in conjunction with the word cleaning, but it is a little bit different than like a cleaning service. So here she talks about how she helps people declutter, and there's some great photos of her work and how she goes about it, and her compassion, and then a little bit about her. All of these pictures right here fly open, so you can get a closer view of the mess that was, and then the beautiful thing that it turned into. And then right down here, we've got some testimonials from happy customers. Great photo gallery right here, really shows her work. Here's some after, here's some before, and then the after. Here's the before, and then the after. You can really see how her work helps people become more productive in their spaces. So check that one out, acleanerspacesd.com. The last page I showed you was mostly text, and this one's mostly photos. It's just a matter of deciding what's the right thing for you, what's the right thing for your audience. Here's some frequently asked questions. Here's some customer reviews. You're not really necessarily limited on how much you can put on a one-page website. It's all just a matter of displaying what's the right information to the right people at the right time. So check out A Cleaner Space SD. All right. Totally different industry. Let's jump over to thefrankguy.com. This is Gary Burt, and he is a Frank Sinatra style entertainer. So he sings and entertains weddings, corporate events, restaurants, retirement homes. He will come out and put on a great show. It could be for a holiday party. It could be for all kinds of different things. He gives out carnations. And you can see some examples of each of these things. If you come to the site and you click on all of these things, you can see videos on each one of those types of things. So again, this is a one-page website, but it links off to the video where you can see he and his work. So that's all that's here. This is who he is. This is what he does. And this is how you can get a hold of him. So it's kind of a smaller, simpler one-page website, and yet very effective because it takes you to what you really want to see. And that is the singing and the videos and getting an example of what's going on. Please let me know if you guys have any questions about the kinds of websites that we're going over or the examples that I'm showing you here. Up next, we've got Microblading by Charlotte. So this is a lady who offers microblading. Please forgive me if I say the wrong word. I think she's an esthetician. I know that she has certifications in a bunch of different things, and the specific thing that she helps people with is this service called microblading, which can just be a cosmetic procedure, but it also has medical applications, helps people that have gone through chemo and other things. So these are the services that she offers: microblading, skincare, eyebrow shaping. And again, all of these are examples of one-page websites, is what I'm showing you right now. A little bit about her, some frequently asked questions, her contact info, her hours of service. So there's Microblading by Charlotte. The last one that I've got on the list for you, this one's kind of picture intensive. So we're going to go to one that's more text intensive. This is sdfaithinclusion.com. We originally began by building a directory. This leads to a directory that he's created, a faith inclusion directory, which is really interesting in and of itself, but we needed another solution before that directory to kind of explain what was doing and give him a link that he could link to very easily. So we created this under sdfaithinclusion.com and then provided an immediate button to get into that directory. So you can click there to open the directory, or you can just learn what the directory is all about and check out some of these links and resources and videos that we've linked people into. So this is sdfaithinclusion.com, one-page website just to help explain what he's doing and then really provide a link, an easy link. Click the link to jump into the actual directory itself. Those are all examples of the Fire Ant one-page website. So next we're going to take a look at the Piranha. We're going to show you several websites from the Piranha. So this is the next level up. This is a little more complicated, a little more pages in the process, still kind of a simple website, still using some simple code and SEO, and yet it's very effective. So let's take a look now at the first one on the list, East County Acupuncture, which is at eastcountyacu.com. It's a simple website to look at, but there's a lot of pages in here, or rather I should say there's several pages. About page, services. Once you get into the services page, you see that she talks about the specialties that she really works on: digestive problems, pain management. And then if you click on any of those, you go even deeper into the site to learn about that particular service and what she and how she helps people. So you can see here there's multiple pages in this site: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or 11 or so pages, plus some blog articles that she continues to write. So those are that's East County Acupuncture. We're in the Piranha level, by the way. Let's take a look at Valor Property Management, another Piranha level website, similar to the landing page style website, but a couple pages more. So here we are back in the real estate industry. Property management company talks about how they help professional property management, rental property, about us, and just a couple pages in here about them, what they do, their services. It's pretty clean and simple, just as a contact point, shows what they do, shows how they serve their community, and really gives them a place to contact them for more information. So that's Valor Property Management at valorpropmgmt.com. Next one I want to show you is joyfulkeys.com, joyfulkeysmusic.com. You can see here this website is starting to cross the gap between the Piranha and the next level up. By the way, a lot of these websites are kind of between the different levels, right? We customize every solution to fit your exact needs. But you can see the slideshow going across the top here that talks about the voice lessons, the piano lessons, the guitar lessons, the music that they use. And then as you scroll even deeper, you can choose if you want to learn more about the piano or voice or guitar. Here's where the facility is located. Here's how you contact them. If we were to click on, let's say, piano lessons, for example, we jump over to the lessons page and we learn more about the piano lessons that are involved there. So an example of, again, a simple website, but there's a little more in depth in this one than a simple one-page website. So that's why it's the next one up on the list here. And you can poke through that later at joyfulkeysmusic.com or joyfulkeys.com. I also want to show you this one next, eastcountyreferrals.com, also ecreferrals.com. This is a local business networking group that I'm involved in. It's an exclusive group, meaning you can only have one person per category. I've been a member of this group for many years, I want to say since 2006. And I've built them a couple websites over the time. This is the most recent incarnation of it. We've got a couple pages in here. Again, this one's kind of grown over time. So even though I've got it currently at the Piranha level, it really is probably the next level up at this point. Let me show you why. It's got a directory of everybody that's involved inside the group and their contact information, link to their website, some of their social media, if that's appropriate. We've got about us, frequently asked questions. There's an event page. Usually we publish who's going to be the upcoming speaker. These are all in what we call the Piranha level of website. Let me know if you have any questions about these as we go or in the future. Up next, we're going to take a look at the Chameleon. These have all been static websites so far. All static websites, meaning there's no back-end system running them. These have been hand-coded by me or Web Geek to be what they are. The next one we're going to take a look at is Summer's Past Farms. Again, it's at the top of the static level, the Chameleon, and yet there's so much in this site. They go really deep. This one's probably technically at the level above it now, even though it doesn't have that back-end system. But there's a lot of stuff in here, and let me show you why. So we've got this home page with these big, beautiful pictures. We talk about the farm and the history of it. We have the events that are coming up. And then they also have a shopping cart online. So there's a lot of stuff happening on this website. Again, it's at the Chameleon level, but it really goes up. It kind of sneaks its way up into the higher levels because of all the things that are available. Let me show you why. Because as we go into the About page, you can learn more about how they got it started and the shops and the gardens and the animals, and each one of these leads to another page that you can learn more about each of those things. See, it goes really deep. So here we are in the shops. You can learn more about the coffee bar, the barn shop, the soap shop, the nursery, where they have all of their plants that they're growing and selling. Here's some recipes that have been published on the site. Let me also take you over. Oh, I got to show you the events page too. Here's the events page. They have seasonal events, spring events, and here's the summer events, and in the fall, and they do the pumpkin patch, and the Christmas stuff is amazing. We go to the holiday open house, which is fun, and there's music and hot chocolate and cookies, and she offers soap making classes and workshops. All of that's available, and she has an online shop as well. Let's take a look at that. She makes her own homemade soaps, and they're open to ship you these soaps now. So come on over to summerspastfarms.com and check out these beautiful handmade herbal soaps in sweet pea, lemon, and tea tree. These are their two newest flavors, scents of soap, and even soap making kits so you can make your own soap at home. All of that's available for you at Summer's Past Farm. So you see how I stuck it at the Chameleon level, but it really has snuck its way up into other levels. Let me show you a couple other sites. Let me take you to Together I Can. This is a health and weight loss coach in Santee. He's been a massage therapist for years and years, and now has gotten himself into the health and wellness arena by helping people with their weight loss efforts. You can grab his free ebook, The Habits of Health. You can check out his weekly classes where they talk about health coaching. He offers free health coaching and a bunch of other things. The reason I'm showing you this service is because this is another example of a website that started somewhat simply, and then we've really built it up over time. And at this point, there's all kinds of articles in here and resources. We've got all of these categories. Have got numerous articles underneath them. Check it out. Look at all the articles that are available on his website. It's really quite robust at this point. And we built this up over time. I've been helping him for years. This didn't come right out of the gate with all these articles and resources. We built them one page at a time over time. And now he's got this great big beautiful website with all of these resources and things he can send people to and links he can send people to specific pages with a specific thing that he wants to send them to, a particular article or the events or the workshops, those kind of things. So this is, again, a really robust website that started somewhat simple and then just built up over time. And there's a lot to it. Last one I want to show you at this level is AmericanJusticeAlliance.com. This is an organization that works as kind of a prison ministry in a way, because it's really working on people who have been wrongfully convicted and helping them seek justice. So this started again as a one-page website, and it was more simple originally, one-page website, but over time we've added more and we've added more and we've added more. So at this point, there's quite a bit of information on here. The different people that have been exonerated, the different people that are still incarcerated, the stories, pictures. Then we get to the latest news section where we're talking about all the recent things that are coming out, and Governor Newsom did this, and some photos, and this goes back a couple years now with all the work there. There I am right there, seeing a painting at a local exhibit. That was painted by one of the prisoners, and on and on and on. I'm just going to keep scrolling so you can see how much is on this website. Then we get involved. Here's the buttons: sign the petition, donate here, join the alliance, here's some sponsors, and then all the press and media links of all these different topics. All of these different things are available. I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling, and I'm doing that just to show you this is a one-page website. But at this point, there's a lot of information, and there's a lot of photos, and there's a lot of stuff in this site. So another example of a one-page website, originally created as a one-page website, but at this point, look at all the resources and information and photos that are available on this site. Quite a bit, quite a few things. So all of those that I've shown you so far are these static websites, static level websites. Okay, so now we're gonna bump up and we're going to move to the next kind of website. This is the dynamic level website. And this first level I call the Baboon, which basically means we are now using that content management system. All of the websites I'm about to show you have a front end and a back end, and that's where I log in. The customer can log in to make changes. All of these websites, I'm still offering support. I still handle their day-to-day maintenance and the software updates and even the content updates. But because it's this kind of website, they now have the potential, they now have the possibility of jumping in and adding some blog articles or doing some work. Most of the folks I work with are just very content to let me keep running the show for them. But if they ever wanted to have the keys, they could with this kind of website. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first one on the list, which is The Main Meal WMS. We have Betty Brink. I don't know if she's still with us on the call, but she was here a few minutes ago. This is her brand new website. She offers a weight management support group. So we want to take a look at themainmealwms.com. And this, again, dynamic website, and we're building more and more and more onto it. So let me just give you a quick overview. Here we're talking about the classes and the workshops and the special events and the group meetings and the one-on-one coaching and the articles, the wellness fair that she's working on producing, links to articles and resources, and it keeps going from there. Let me show you the services page. We'll take you to the services page so you can get an overview of that one. Group meetings, one-on-one coaching, special events, classes. She offers a couple email lists. She's got a free email list you could jump on right away, and then she's got a paid version email list called the Virtual WMS Tools. Excellent, excellent resources involved in here. And is there anything else to show you real quick on this one? Let me show you the blog. Articles coming out every week on this blog, all kinds of different topics. So check that out. Really encouraging, really helpful information, and I'm pleased to be a part of that one. The mainmealwms.com. The next one I want to show you is docdeb.com. This is Pastor Deb Munkowskis, and her new website. She's a speaker, author. She works with children and family ministry, and she provides coaching in children and family ministries. So this website is all about her work as a speaker and a coach and a mentor. So you can kind of, and an educator. So here you can kind of see as I'm scrolling through, here she is, there's Dr. Deb, and this leads to her blog right here and how long she's been working. Let me show you a couple other pieces. Let's go to her About page, where you can learn more about Dr. Deb and her work, see some of the kids that she works with, see some of her, what's the word I'm looking for? Credentials and some of the things that she's done here. Let's take you over here to the services page. Ministry consultant, coach, mentor, speaker, educator, and some great photos to go with that. Some testimonials. And she has a blog as well. Articles that she's writing, thoughts and news, what's right with your child, hands-on Easter week celebrations, some ideas there, some tips for families. So a lot of good stuff there. Let me keep going. So that's Dr. Deb, Family Children's Ministry. Okay, totally different industry, jtlconsultants.com. These folks are an arboricultural and environmental consulting firm. And when they came to me, they didn't really have any kind of branding or colors that they wanted to use. And through the process, through working with how we were going to build their website, we kind of came up with this, I like to call it grass and sunshine color scheme, because the main color we're using is this kind of grass tree green, and then we also found this bright orange that made its way in. So to me, that just represents trees and sunshine. And this is the services they offer: tree inventories, tree protection reports, tree risk assessments, biological monitoring, tree and plant appraisals. And so this is a beautiful website with some photos in here, and then you can learn more about their services. Each one of these services is its own page. So let's just randomly pick one. Tree and plant appraisals, for example. So let's just jump into that one. All of these photos, by the way, they took these photos. Sometimes I use stock photography. On this site, no, it's all the photos they themselves took. So here's what's involved in the tree and plant appraisals. Or you can take yourself back to the services page and learn about some of the other ones they do. Tree risk assessments. What's that about? Frequently asked questions. So I think this is a really beautiful site, and really enhanced by their photography and then all the information that they provide. What is a consulting arborist? What's the difference between an ASCA registered consulting arborist and an ISA certified arborist? So they're providing information to their clients, and these are excellent keywords for people looking for information on this subject. They could just be doing research on how to get involved with someone like this, and then come to this website and learn more about how to work with someone, and then hopefully choose to do business with them as a result of the information that they've learned while being here. So a great example of how they're using their website. Let's keep going. I got a lot more examples. I don't want to keep you too long, but I do want to show you all these great examples of website. Totally different industry now, shifting gears. This is Strategic Employment Solutions, sesadvocacy.com, creating workforce diversity and inclusion. So again, another example of a website that is growing over time. So it's kind of started with this one-page format, and then we started building out these other pages. Now we've got the About page, we've got the Services page. Let me just take you there so you can see a different page. Here's the services and the different pieces that she offers to companies. She's helping companies create an environment that better represents, integrates, serves, and supports people with disabilities. And here's the specific programs that she offers and how she does that. And you can see all that work there, as well as what customers are saying about her services. And some call to action: get a free consultation, call now, pretty much available on every page. So that is another example. Let's keep going. Vapor Blast HTP. So this is a painting contractor, and he's offering a really interesting type of surface preparation called vapor blasting. So they use a high pressure, this is known as a wet abrasive surface prep. So it's kind of like sand blasting, except there's no sand. It's basically just water and some other kind of media is what they call it. But it's not sand, so it doesn't create that same kind of toxic dust cloud that typical sandblasting does. So because of that, it's very environmentally friendly, and you can keep your shopping mall open for business while they're working on a particular part of it, or while they're working on the parking lot, for example. You can see videos, you can learn about the danger of respirable crystalline silica and why vapor blasting is a better alternative to that, and on it goes. And a lot of videos and services and all kinds of stuff there too. And this goes on and on and on, but I'm going to take you to the next one. This is San Diego Historic Properties. Another, I don't know if property management firm is the right phrase here, because this is a company that owns several historic buildings in San Diego. Some of them are commercial, some of them are residential, some of them are both. And you can see their involvement in the gas lamp district for years, and you can see how they, these are the properties that they own and manage. These are the names of the properties right here, the three main properties, and you can kind of flip through them and see some examples of what that looks like. And here's big, beautiful pictures of these properties. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the look of that property. It's so beautiful. And you can see inside, and you can see what's available. Let's take you to the available tab of properties and see what's available. So this one doesn't have a blog, but it does have more information on each one of these units. They currently have a unit in the Casa Leon apartments, and if you click right that, you can see pictures and learn about it. And here you can see some photos of what that looks like on the inside. Check it out. Isn't that beautiful? Totally refurbished, refinished. Beautiful, beautiful units there available. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath in Bankers Hill. Washer, dryer, and a secure private parking spot. So here, their catalog is of their available properties, and we update this, and we, when this is sold, I'll take out that availability notice, but we'll still leave the general information about the property in there. So a great example of how they're using their website. And the last one I have on this particular list is airtheaterdesigns.com. Totally different industry. Not too different. It's still involved with homes. These folks help with your surround sound installation, your audio visual installation in your homes, as well as your smart home technology. So all those things that help you control your lights and your heating and all the different pieces, home automated stuff. They're experts in that. So you can learn more about airtheaterdesigns.com. Just notice air has an E in it, A-I-R-E, airtheaterdesigns.com. You can see the kind of work that they do. Take a look at the services that they offer here, and there's an extensive blog. Now, he likes to go in here and add his own blog articles, which he does a lot, and adds some great, funny pictures to go with it, and provides some really great information in conjunction with that. So check all that out on airtheaterdesigns.com. These are all examples of the Baboon level of website. Okay, let's go up one more level, and we're going to talk about the Rhino. The Rhino is what I refer to as a shopping cart style website. And the first one I'm going to show you is Becker's Catering. Not officially a shopping cart style website, because you cannot at this time make a purchase through the site. You can request a purchase through the site. But the reason that I wanted to show this to you is because it almost is a full shopping cart. Check out how they've done this. Check out how they've produced this website. We've built this up over a long time. I've built multiple versions of this website for them. This is the current one, where they advertise the current featured items that they're doing. They explain how it's been a family business. They do a lot of corporate events and weddings, and then they have an amazing menu. And I've got to show you their menu. I've got to show you how this all plays out, because let's just take you to the Greek food. Because they've got all these menus built into the website here, so you can see exactly what's included in each one of the menus and all the different foods and the pricing for the different levels of guests and the minimums. And so I'm just going to take you through. So I consider this a catalog because of how extensive it is and all the different food types that we've got in here. Great example of a website they use a lot as part of their sales process actively. and all the optionals and many other kinds of appetizers or side dishes that you could choose to use and have at your event. And you could add desserts, and you can add this. Let's take a look at the desserts page. Delicious desserts, homemade foods, amazing value, great staff, friendly, really great company to work with. So check them out at beckerscatering.com. Really extensive website. You could spend a lot of time looking at all these delicious foods and seeing all the amazing menus they have. By the way, they're really known for their barbecue. So check out their barbecue menus. And delicious, delicious food. So that's kind of so I put it here in the shopping cart level because it's definitely made its way up to that shopping cart level over time. Coming up on my time limit here with you guys, but let me just show you a last couple websites. This is magnaglobe.com. This is a full-fledged shopping cart style website. This guy offers a interesting product called a MagnaBrite, which is this globe-looking thing that sits right on top of your desk, and it magnifies the thing that you're looking at. So you can see it right here on top of a yellow pages or a white pages and how that works. And it's useful for all these other things too, reading serial numbers and medication and contracts and documents and maps and x-rays. It is what's known as a light gathering magnifier glass. So we explain a little bit about what it is. They're looking for dealers, and there's more information on how to become a dealer. But all of these links right over here link directly into the catalog. So let me take you, I could have clicked right there on the 2 for special, but I'm going to click on the catalog first because I want to show you that these are the categories of products that they have, and these are the featured products that are available. And then look at this, you can purchase them right off the website here. So for example, if you want this 2 for special right here with the 2-inch globe and the base combo, you can select if you want it to come in oak or walnut. It's $47 for 2 of them. You select which one you want, you add to cart, and it's going to walk you through purchasing that. You can purchase it in a couple ways, your credit card, this, that, and the other. It calculates the shipping for you, and in the end, you're purchasing that product. So that's a great example there of a catalog website, a shopping cart website. It's built right in. Okay, so those are examples of the Rhino. The last one I'm going to show you today is in the Jaguar level of website. Now, I could have put this in the level before it, probably. Again, this is another example of a website that's a little bit on the cusp between 2 other websites. This is alphaproject.org, where you can see that they work with homeless, and they offer a homeless outreach. So you can see some big photos here I've been showing you at the top, and then all the different kinds of services that they offer, and the different facilities that they offer, and all the programs that they offer, and the housing projects they offer, and the events that they do. And there's a gallery of photos and videos, and so you can watch that and learn more about it. And here's an interesting piece: you can donate right through the website. So this is why I've got it at this kind of shopping cart, kind of membership style website, because of this piece right here where they can donate money directly through the website. And we have a particular kind of software which is very similar to a shopping cart software, except it's specifically a donation type of software, so that they can accept either a one-time gift, or it can even be a recurring gift of monthly or yearly, or whatever you as a customer want to put into that number to pledge your donation to them. So that's why it's at this level. Robust website, full of features and all kinds of information. But at the core, this is the piece I really wanted to show you, was this credit card processing piece that accepts a donation through the website and then puts it in their merchant account. And it allows the customer, the user, the donator, to choose whether it's one time or it's recurring, and to set how much they want to pledge to that company. So that's everything that's involved in that, and that's why I put it at this level. All right, wrapping us up. Let me figure out where our slides are again. askawebgeek.com. This is our website. Hey, what kind of a website is this? This is a dynamic website because I've got a back-end system, and it's got my podcast software built into it. So I'm actually launching my podcast from my website. So after I upload an episode here and I publish it, all the other podcast players come back to this website and grab that podcast and publish it. So Apple comes over here and Google comes over here and they grab the podcast, they copy it, and they publish it on their own platform. But they're pulling it off of my website, askawebgeek.com. So I've got to show that to you, as this falls in it's the Baboon level, but it's kind of the Baboon Plus, because it's got that back-end system, but then it's also got this extra podcast software that we've built in conjunction with the blog. So just had to show that to you in passing because we talk about it all the time, and I wanted to mention what's behind it. There's another back-end system behind it. So many different kinds of websites that we can build for you. What's the right solution for you? Give me a call, 619-512-3210, or send me an email, cj@askawebgeek.com, and we'll figure out what's going to be the right solution for you and your needs. It's all about matching your goals with your needs and your budget and your target and your market and your audience, and then we find the right website solution that fits. All right, wrapping it up today. Thank you so much for bearing with me. What questions do you have? How can I help you? Let me know what questions you have and what we can offer you, and what questions we can answer for you in an upcoming show, and we would be happy to do that. All the links and details are at askawebgeek.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. It's been my pleasure to guide you through the jungle this week. My name is CJ Gilbert. At Gilbert Studios, we understand the internet is a jungle. It's too easy to get lost and go down the wrong path, or get stuck, or find yourself in the quicksand you didn't even see was there. Instead, join up with a tribe of people. Hire a well-trained guide that can lead you through and get you where you want to go. Hoping that you have a wonderful week. Make it a wonderful Website Wednesday. Let me know how I can help you, and we'll see you next week in the Web Jungle. God bless. The internet's a jungle.